how's it going? So I want to give props to the team. So guys like Manakel, for example. So he came up with literal formula for engagement optimized matchmaking. I'm gonna link it in the description below. So his formula is, there it is. So you can look at lobbies. Wait, what? There you go. So you have account win rate plus account champion win rate and stats win rate on UGG. So that's that's the average stats of the champion. So if you go to UGG, you can see, okay, so Tryndamere has 49% win rate, and let's say something like Mundo has 52% win rate. So you take the account win rate of, so let's say we're researching a dude. Let's just look at the dude, ranked, whatever. Let's say he has a lot of. We say, okay, so what's his account win rate? And here, I'm gonna have 100%, right? Well, I don't know. Let's take some dude. Blah blah blah. Somebody with a rank. There is Emerald rank here. Let's look at this guy. So okay, so he has 52% here. Okay. Account champion win rate. So he was playing. Let's say he was playing Hui. We say 57. And then we look at he's playing Hui. What's the Hui win rate on? We probably need to go here. Oh, probably need to go here. My apologies. We go here, and we look for Hui. Yeah. So he has 48, and then you combine them, and you do it for every single player, and then you can determine who's going to win or not. And it has 96% probability of guessing correctly. So think about it, right? He came up with it himself, right? Do you not think that Riot, with their big data systems, algorithms, cannot come up with something like this themselves? Of course they can, right? So why do they do that? Is because, I mean, it's in the article. It's in the article here, because to increase engagement, they do not want you to be just stumping. They want you to have a range of experiences. They want you to have lose-lose wins, draw, lose, win. Do you see, like, so churn rate decreases as you have, let's say, I don't know, loss, win, win. So you can analyze and you say, okay, what type of experience can we create for a player to minimize his probability of stop playing the game? Do you understand? Like the whole thing is about making sure to continue to play the game. And I mean, I talked about it multiple times. It's in the video. It's in the video. Of this guy created the algorithm. It's in his video. He says our objectives is to build predictive models for the churn and use them. Put monetary value on each match and maximize it, right? Each match for every player, match into matches that maximizes that value over time. And when when they say have fun, swap the word fun for get the person addicted and engaged to the game. Do you understand? So, like, in a way, it is a casino. But, very big but, in casino, the reason why casinos are difficult to outplay is because they have an ant. Ant is, for you to play the game, you have to put money up front. So think about it. In poker, if you want to play a hand, you have to put the ant up. If you want to play the slot machine, you have to put in the coin. In League of Legends, there is no ant, so you cannot play it. Because there is no cost of... Like, if you are playing poker, and you want to fold, you don't want to play this hand, you will lose your ant if you do that. So there is cost to folding. In League of Legends, you can fold, which means you dodge, and there is no cost. The cost is like 5 minutes because you lost a bit of time, but I mean, your League of Legends is entertainment. Like, you want to watch a movie, or you can play League of Legends, right? So realistically, it's entertainment, leisure time, so I wouldn't be too fussy about it. Do you know what I mean? Alright, so if you want to check it out, I'll link this in the description below. You can see the formula yourself. Okay, the second is DotaMobaUnionRu, right? So I had a massive shift in thinking because I thought, okay, so there is the game, and then algorithm wraps around the game. But he was like, no, that's wrong. There is the algorithm first, and the game wraps around the algorithm. At that point, I was like, holy smokes, it's slightly different. I don't know, it kind of like triggered something in the head where I kind of, it's like, it was like an aha moment. And I was like, holy shit, it's the algorithm, and the game is just around it. So the whole game, the algorithm basically drives the game, not the other way around it. It was just a bit of a shift in my head. One sec, I lost the train of thought. Oh, yeah, I remember. Because that explained to me why, like, you have to remember, what's happening to you in League without dodging, I'm talking where you're just interacting with the system naturally, without doing any manipulation, is basically completely, you can say to a certain extent, manufactured, right? So, it explains things like, okay, I was thinking to myself, shit, how I played one time Jace, I was like a long time ago, I was bronze or some shit like that, it was like a long time ago, season 4, I think season 3 or something like that. No, it was even way before that. I don't remember. Like, don't quote me on seasons, because I'm fuzzy about them. I didn't check that stuff, you know, it was like a long time ago, right? And I got like 25 kills in that game, and I said to myself, oh my god, I must be a natural Jace player, right? Then I also talked to people and they're like, yeah, first time Katarina and I got 25 kills. First time Yasuo, I got like 20 kills. And then the reason why that happens is because the system is giving you players that are going to feed you. Do you understand? Like, to some extent. That's what I'm saying. It's very important to dodge. You have to remember that algorithm drives the game. It's not that there is the game and then there's algorithm on top of it. Everything is about algorithm and it drives your experience. So you can, when you start looking from this lens, it becomes a lot easier to explain why some things are happening to you. Do you understand? It can't be just by a coincidence that this was inactive account. This account, I haven't played on it for 2 days. My first game, my lobby is good players, and I get a feeder on the enemy team. Right? Because the system wants me to win. Because it wants me to encourage me to play more. So this account was inactive, so it pushes me to a win. Right? It doesn't guarantee that you're always going to win. I'm talking about you still have to be a good player. I have to emphasize, you can only do so much with dodging and cherry picking the lobbies. I'm talking about the enemy team, where you look at the champions and you say, if you're a dog shit player, you're not gonna carry. You know what I'm saying? You're just not gonna win. Period. Right? So you have to be good. What I'm saying is that, do you remember I made some videos where I said, you are not the reason why you lose, because you are not the reason, they are not the reason why this Mordekaiser went 0-10. This what's his champion name? Jhin, right? This Jhin is not responsible in any shape or form that this Mordekaiser fed his ass off, and as a result, his jungler was, honestly, he was making questions. He did not play super good as well. I wouldn't say he was super bad, but he did not really play optimally. And the reason for that is because he doesn't understand the limits of his champion. I noticed that some engagements he made on me, I got 2 kills off him. because he simply does not understand the limit, because he doesn't play the champion too much. He probably like played it maybe 3 times or whatever. Like, he just doesn't understand how his champion, what he can and what he cannot do. Do you know what I'm saying? As opposed to somebody like me who is like playing to millimeter. I'm talking like sometimes, I can't really show you in here because this is a work computer, but like you will see that I sometimes dive into 3 people and I escape as my ult runs out and I have like 16 HP left. You can see Faker do this all the time, all the time. He's literally all the time, like they call him like the escape artist. I do that in one-on-one games all the time. Yeah, like some people are messaging me, oh man, you're so lucky, you know, you won by like 30 HP. And then they play me 5 times and they realize, shit, this happens all the time. That's because I understand the limits of the champion. And like you see that with Faker as well, like he understands to millimeter, like his how many trades he can take, what he can get away with. And that's one of the skills. That's why I do not understand people who play multiple champions. You will never get to this level if you are like maining too many champions. It's just you will not have champion proficiency. Okay? So that's what I'm saying, is that the algorithm drives it, right? And your job is to use how you kind of like think about how it works and then utilize strategies so that the algorithm works in your favor. All right? Like, think about it like another way I like to, well, this is kind of a little bit off the topic, but why it's important to think about algorithm being first is that online gaming is effectively a casino, right? Because think about it. When you go to casino, you have many different games. You have slot machines, you have roulette, multiple different games. But the algorithm behind all of those games is the same, which is 51% win rate for the house, 49% for players. So it appears as if somebody is winning. It appears some players get super lucky. I'm talking like, because if you create an algorithm that does 51% win rate, you will have sometimes players that only win on average, right? But overall, house is going to win in the long term over a large population pool. So think about these engagement optimized matchmaking algorithms. They are different games like Halo, you have Valorant, you have those Call of Duty, you have League of Legends, Hearthstone. Well, I'm not sure about Hearthstone's pay-to-win system, but there are multiple different games, but the algorithm is usually the same. So you see, they're trying to compete for players' time, and that means minimizing churn. And for them to do that efficiently, especially for free-to-play game like League of Legends, I mean, you're competing with very, very like high-level tier games. Competing for player time is difficult, right? So they have to utilize systems like this, which is honest. Like, if you're participating in a system, it kind of sucks, honestly. But now I think about it, because we know it exists, we know how it works, we can kind of abuse it to some extent, right? And this is props to Harvard guys, because I originally came across engagement optimized matchmaking because of this article, right? And I was like, holy shit. That's when I started really digging deep into it and thinking to myself, oh my god, is this really true? But I mean, you can see that like we already have a formula for it. Like Manakel came up with a formula for it, and you can literally, and I do it. This is like a 1-hour video where I literally go through, I think it was like 10 games, and it's 100% accurate, 100% accurate. So I mean, what I'm saying is that, you see, like, if we can come up with a formula, of course League of Legends can come up with a formula as well. And I mean, it's even in their, one sec. I mean, it's even on their website. You see matchmaking system, you go to League of Legends, matchmaking system. Look, it says here, if the win was unexpected, i.e. you are in the loser's queue, the system expects you to lose, you will gain more points. I mean, it's like, it's literally here. And some people are like, oh, losers queue doesn't exist. Well then explain to me this stuff. Just explain to me. I haven't played League in like, what, God knows how long. And I can, well, I played 1-on-1 a lot, okay, but my macro would not be on point. Probably my game sense, to some extent, like team fighting, will not be on point, but and I can still do that. I did the same shit with Nasus on Russian server. I did the same shit with Garen playing top lane with Exhaust, having 80 farm at 20 minutes, and my second item was the helm. It was some kind of a helm that was transferring the damage dealt to any your teammate to you. It was some kind of a helm. What was it called? One second. Yeah, so this item healed, Knight's Vow. On Garen is my first item. Do you understand? Because I was doing this, what I was doing, I was specifically fishing for lobbies, and I was using kind of like a variant of Manakel formula, where I was kind of like calculating the win rate of my teammates, and then I was playing only when if we are combined over 56%, and the champions are also strong. So I kind of had something. It wasn't as robust, robust. I think the name is. It wasn't like this is very very accurate. But I was just using the. I think I was just using the champion win rate on the account, and that's it. And then I was just averaging out my team, and I was also thinking to myself, okay, do I really want to play with Azrael on a full AD team? I don't think so, because I mean, Azrael is just a shit champ overall, in my opinion, right? But in here, my bot lane was trash with Twitch. They both have 70% win rate. They are pre-made. My mid lane is some kind of Victor. My jungler is one trick pony Kane. And I'm like Garen top lane against some Mundo. Do you understand? Like, I don't have to do anything to win this game. I just sit there, peel for my ADC. Lo and behold, the game plays. Twitch 12 kills by 15 minutes, whatever. Right? Team fight. My jungler always takes all the objectives. The enemy jungler took one objective, like one dragon to 3 of ours. Team fight starts. I just silence anybody who attacks Twitch, and my team just steamrolls. And that's it. And that's it. You just win. Right? Easy peasy. And I don't even play Garen. I don't even know how to play. Okay? So props to you guys and the team as well. So some people email me some information, like it's pretty cool, so good stuff. We'll do the research. We'll find more cracks in the bleeding shield of the Riot, and then we're going to exploit it. Alright, take care.